You probably like numbers. I like numbers. So here's a number for you. 81% of employees right now are concerned about their financial security. 81% of employees right now are concerned about their job and financial security. So what is your company doing right now to ensure that there is transparency and communication throughout the entire organization, no matter how big your company is? 5 employees, 10, 100, 250, 1,000. The biggest mistake that I have seen employers make in the last 30 to 60 days is lack of communication, lack of transparency, and all that does is create lack of trust. So if you're a professional, if you're in human resources, if you're the CEO or the founder of a company, and you're thinking that not communicating with your employees is the smartest approach right now because things are unknown, think about what's going through your employees' heads. 81% of employees are worried about their financial and job security. So what can you or your company do right now to show up? You ask your employees every single day, every single week to show up for you and to put the best interest of the company first. But what are you doing to show up for your employees? There's a couple things you can do. And I'm looking at my list here because I don't want to mess this up for you. But think about this. How can you now show up and be more transparent than ever? Can you send out a daily email update? Can you send out at least a weekly email update to your entire company, demonstrating transparency, showing them the changes that are happening, talking to them about industry trends, how your company is pivoting? If you spend 10 minutes to write out an email to your entire company, and I'm talking 10 minutes of focused, undistracted time, you could type out a lot in 10 minutes and talk about the ease that would give to your employees and your team if they just heard from you on a scheduled basis every single week. Are you able to improve their at-home working conditions right now? Can you give them, I know most companies have a health and wellness allowance. What about one now for the house? Could you order them a standing desk? Could you order them an exercise ball to sit on? Could you ship them a yoga mat so that you're looking after their health and wellness? Could you send them an at-home workout program? Could you buy them a gym membership that they could subscribe to online? How can you get the mind away from financial security, continue to show up as a company? The next thing you could do is encourage people, and this is going to sound a little bit extreme, but bear with me. You can encourage people to take and leverage their paid vacation right now. You're probably wondering, well, where are they going to go? If travel is a bit of a concern and unknown right now, where are they going to go? That's besides the point. Giving somebody the ability to take their paid vacation, what is owed to them, and just letting them hang out at home or with the family or with their kids is still an unbelievable way for them, just for a moment, to enjoy life, to get their mind outside of that scarcity mindset, just to allow them to feel like they can still take a vacation is so empowering. How could you empower your employees right now? And then the last thing you can do from a transparency conversation is to say that it's okay and to share that some of your metrics and KPIs are likely changing, right? So Q1 was a bit of a toss-up. Let's be real. Q2 is looking like it may also be a wash. And I've talked to numerous people in human resources, I've talked to VPs, I've talked to CEOs, and I've asked them about their Q2 projections and how their business has been impacted. And you'll be surprised that many of them are saying that Q2 is already a wash. It's currently, I'm looking at the date, it's May 4th, 2020 today. It's May 4th. We're just starting Q2. And already many business owners are assuming that Q2 may be a wash for them. So if you can spin your KPIs or determine new metrics and new KPIs that your company could focus on, how would the vision, how would the vibe, how would the energy of your company change if everyone thought they were still going to hit their numbers for the year? Many companies are paying employees based on hitting quota, although they haven't, but that's how they're showing up. Other companies are reducing targets. Other companies are incorporating new KPIs and new metrics. So how can you pivot and adapt? Because let's be real, business is not as usual. Business is no longer as usual. And the companies that are pretending like nothing has happened or that nothing has changed are the ones that are going to be left behind. But if you can adapt, pivot, innovate, and keep your employees top of mind during all of these changes, then they're more likely to worry less about that financial security because you've been transparent with them since day one. And if your company is not the type to be transparent, there's never been a better time to start. And if your company is already transparent through the entire organization, there's never been a time to show up a little bit more for every single employee than right now. So if you want a free guide on how you can improve your team culture in 15 minutes, go to jube.ca/team culture. I'll include the link below as well. And remember that the relationships you have with your employees and your colleagues and your coworkers are more important than you realize. And that's what we believe at Jube. Relationships will always create magic.